Raise my startup funding. There are 4 slides that you present to investors that startup investors decide whether to invest on. If you get these slides right, you're on your way. If you get these slides wrong, it's really hard to get funding. And I want you to get these slides right. And that's what today's video is all about. In today's video, I'll share with you the 4 slides that investors make their go, no-go decisions on, why these slides are so important to investors, and how you can nail these slides. I hope you like it. Hi, I'm Brett. On my channel, I help early-stage startup CEOs like you raise money and grow your startup. So if this sounds like you, then hit the subscribe button and the bell so you get notified every time I release a new video. Let's get started. The 4 critical slides should be the first 4 slides in your deck. They are the cover slide, the problem slide, the solution slide, and the how it works slide. If you get these slides right, investors will see that you're solving a real important problem in a unique way with a big moat around it. And that's how you get them excited to invest. Why are the first 4 slides so important? There are 2 reasons why these first 4 slides are so important. The first reason is number 1, you have investors' complete attention. I was reviewing Steve's pitch in Pitch Deck. He had several slides trying to explain the problem his company was solving. I was timing him. I said, "Did you know it took you 5 minutes and 32 seconds to start explaining the solution? That's way too long." The analogy I like to use is the sand in an old-fashioned hourglass timer. You may have 7 seconds to start building a connection between yourself and your audience. You may have 30 seconds to 1 minute to explain why you started the company. You maybe have 2 minutes to explain the problem you are solving. If you add that up, this means you have 2.5 minutes maximum to get to your solution slide. This doesn't mean that you speed talk your way through your slides. It does mean that you have to be concise and to the point with what you're saying. And this leads directly to the second point, number 2. Number 2, done right, it gives investors the key information they need. I want you to do a thought experiment with me. Put yourself in the shoes of an investor. They meet with around 100 startup CEOs for every one they invest in. Investors are short on time, and they are short on patience. They want to put money to work on that one company that stands out from the 100. They are looking for startups that are, number 1, solving a really painful problem, and number 2, the problem can make your company very valuable. Number 3, the CEO and team are the right group to solve the problem. And number 4, the startup has a unique way of solving the problem that is hard to replicate. Your job is to give investors exactly what they are asking for at the beginning of the presentation while you have their attention. That's your goal. So, the first slides in your deck need to be optimized for this purpose. I can't stress this enough. You win or lose with these first slides. It's virtually impossible to get an investment if you don't get investors excited here. As an investor once said to me after I completed my pitch, "You didn't have me at hello." Sure enough, a week later, he sent me an email passing on an investment. So, how do we get these first 4 slides right? Let's go through how to craft a killer start to your pitch, starting with slide 1. Slide 1, the cover slide. I like to call the cover slide the wasted opportunity slide because so many CEOs don't take advantage of the opportunity. They start by saying something like this: "Hi, I'm Brett Fox. I'm the CEO of Company X, and we make a really cool widget. Now that takes around 7 seconds or so, but those 7 seconds are really important because you only have around 7 seconds to build an emotional connection between yourself and your audience. It's hard to get that time back. Remember, the investor accepted the meeting with you. They know your name. They know what your company does. Watch any Steve Jobs keynote address you can find, and you'll see he doesn't waste time. He jumps right in. And that's what you should do too. So, instead, start with an origin story that explains why you started the company. The best origin stories combine elements of the burning problem you saw and you and your team's relevant background and experience. It's the perfect transition to your second slide, which is slide number 2, the problem slide. We've primed investors and built credibility with our introduction. A typical problem slide is generic. It's superficial, and it doesn't move you closer to an investment. The goal of the problem slide is digging really deep into the problems your target customers currently have as a result of not having your solution. There should be no doubt at all that there are or will be serious problems for your target customers. You want investors actually to feel the tension. If this is done right, investors are anxiously waiting to hear what your solution is. And this moves us to the third slide. Slide 3, the solution slide. The table is now set for you to explain exactly what the solution to the problem needs to be. A typical solution slide talks about the features of using your product or service. A great solution slide focuses on the results of using your product or service. And a great solution slide solves the problems described in the problem slide. For example, let's say you created a pill that solves the obesity problem for adults. So a great problem solution slide combination might be something like this. Problem: 100 million adults in the US are obese. Increase the risk of diabetes by 80x. Reduces lifespans by up to 14 years. Cost the US economy at least $179 billion per year. Solution: a pill that reduces obesity in adults by 10x, reduces risk of diabetes by 70x, increases lifespans by at least 10 years, saves the US economy at least $150 billion per year. The problem slide digs into the pain. The solution slide eases the pain. The slides have to work together. Each problem has to be solved in the solution slide. Here's a pro tip. You can work backwards from your solution slide to create your problem slide. Now, if you've done this right, investors are dying to hear the final piece of the puzzle, and that's slide 4. Slide number 4, the how it works slide. A typical how it works slide will show a diagram of how your product or service works, but that's not what investors want to know. They want to know the secret, the key differentiator of your solution compared to all the other competitors. So, you have to answer 3 questions. Number 1, what is your differentiator? Number 2, why is it important to your customers? And number 3, will it be difficult for competitors to replicate? So, in my obesity example, the differentiator in our pill is an ingredient that suppresses appetite without any side effects by mimicking a hormone called GLP-1. It's important to customers because it will lead to significant weight loss. It will be difficult for our competitors to replicate because we have the core patents already filed. Every step of the way, you've increased the excitement of investors that you have a great idea that will be hard for competitors to duplicate. Now, if this content is resonating with you, then please hit the like button right now. One final thought. It's not just your pitch deck, it's you. Your pitch deck is only part of the answer. A large part of the bet investors are making is on you, the CEO. Slides aren't enough. You have to complete the picture investors are seeing with your words. Now, I have 3 more things for you today. First, if you want to work with me on your startup, then just scan this QR code. Second, you can use my free startup pitch deck template. It has all the slides you need to develop an awesome pitch deck. Scan the QR code to get yours for free. And third, join my free group of startup CEOs, Zero to Pitch. It's a community for startup CEOs focused on growing their companies and raising funding for their companies. Scan the QR code to join. Finally, click the subscribe button to get notified every time I release a new video. I'm Brett at brettjfox.com. Thanks for watching today. Take care. Bye.